Welcome to How to Survive with Danielle and Kristine, the show that teaches you how to survive the things that can kill you.
Like a botched epidural or a measles outbreak. Mm-hmm. How about tear gas at a protest?
Yikes. And the things that just make you wish you were dead.
Wearing natural deodorant when it's not that kind of day?
Oh.
How about when you get the Nobel Peace Prize, but you didn't get it the way you were supposed to, so now you don't even know if you care about peace anymore.
Good.
How about your birth plan not going according to plan?
Mm-hmm. We've all been there.
Oh, girlfriend.
That's the worst.
Garen,
Right,
you know what we're
Garen?
talking about.
God.
You know what always goes to plan?
Our theme song.
Ground is shaking under our feet. Mountains on fire, flooding in the street. Can't breathe the air, can't fight the feeling. Goblin down, Xanax ain't the way to be dealing. Gotta do better than just getting high. We gotta stick together if we're gonna survive. Ooh, how to survive. Ooh, how to survive.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi yourself.
You look so cute.
Thanks.
Can I tell everybody?
Of course.
So Danielle has
Got a facelift.
Danielle got a facelift. She used her son's college fund, and Business Insider doesn't understand.
They don't understand. We'll explain that in a second.
Yeah. Danielle has new headphones that I researched for her.
Yes.
Just giving myself a little pat on the back there. So that they don't bother her sinuses or
I get
her ears.
this weird, like, buzzing sound when I'm recording, and it sounds like people are talking through like a radio that's not in tune.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. So Kristine was nice enough to look it up.
I did some research. We do our own research here.
Yeah.
You might notice.
You might have noticed.
And she trusted me. So we're going to try these new headphones, and we'll see how she feels by the end of the episode.
Yeah, so they're called open back, right? So
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like they're sort of vented. They're huge. I mean, like I can feel them. They're kind of heavy.
But it kind of looks like you're like a little forest creature.
Oh, great.
No, it's a compliment because they have like this gray fur.
Oh, okay.
them,
so I
so-
look like I have like squirrel ears or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, you have squirrel
I'm a
ears.
snow squirrel and he's garden squirrel.
Now you're related to Garen. So it's a nice look.
What are we talking about today?
Oh my God. So today we're going to talk about how to survive when a protest goes sideways.
Aha.
Very topical.
Very, very topical. I'm very curious to hear about that.
And it will tie into our guest.
I'm excited.
Don't worry. If you were worried.
I wasn't worried.
Were you worried, Garen?
Maybe just a smidge.
Do you know what I wish? I wish we could just be paid to sit in a room and come up with podcast ideas, and then they just bring pizza. Like when I worked at E,
They bring pizza.
They bring pizzas, but we also get paid, not just pizzas.
God, I think all of that sounds good. I might just do it for the pizza.
I might just do it for. It depends where the pizza's from. It has to be from a good place. Mm-hmm. But like we're just paid to come up with generate ideas.
Yeah.
For like different kinds of podcasts. Does that sound fun?
No, I think that sounds like so much fun.
Tell me something. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, tell me something.
And then you'll tell me something.
Okay.
I think that's what this is, right?
Yeah, tell me something, then I'll tell you something. And it may or may not be factual.
That's a good idea for a podcast.
There you go, right
Tell me
there.
something,
That's a
I'll tell
podcast.
you something. I started listening to this podcast on Waco, but it's from the BBC. So it's people from England who were sucked into the Branch Davidians.
Wow.
Like it's special. It's like, I think specifically focuses on that.
I didn't know there were foreigners and
I don't know.
Branch Davidians.
I didn't either. I just specifically Googled Waco into my podcast search engine because I was like, I think I want to learn about
okay.
this whole thing.
Okay.
Because I don't know that much about it. You know, do you ever go, I want to learn about this? I think
Yes.
you do that a lot with
That's how
history stuff.
Yeah, I still don't know how I ended up on the Rorschach book, but
I'm gonna be more like you this year.
oh, okay.
I'm gonna
That
learn-
should be everybody's goal.
It should be. I'm gonna learn stuff. But my deep dive right now, I decided, is gonna be Waco.
That's a good one.
And weirdly, I'm starting with people in England who
I think that's really interesting.
because it feels like a weird way in. And I'm trying to remember why I even decided that. It was like I heard about David Koresh on some other. It was like just the radio mentioned
You were looking
him.
for glasses. And you came upon these big. I mean, they are.
You know,
cool.
I like big glasses.
You do like those, yeah.
I probably was. I was probably looking at like, Caddis and thought of David Koresh.
Caddis?
Oh, that's like a glasses website.
Oh, I thought you were mispronouncing Katniss.
I was watching the Hunger Games trilogy, and it just always makes you think of Waco.
Kinda, I guess.
Yeah, there's a real connection there. Anyway, we're going to think of podcasts and people are going to pay us.
I don't see why not.
Doesn't that sound fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Podcast development.
Oh, God, that would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, all we'd have to do is just name different murders, right? Focus
Yeah.
on this murder. It's a
And
podcast.
then we should get into different crimes because everyone does murder. So it should be like pickpocketing, but like, sensationalized pickpocketing or something.
Yeah, it has
What
to.
if,
Has
what
to
if
be.
they come to you and they're like, all right, we got a big whale. We need you to sit down and come up with the perfect idea for Gwyneth Paltrow. How do you do that?
Oh my God. That's really challenging
Like a podcast for her, you mean?
that she would host.
Yeah.
I think she just talks about stuff, lifestyle stuff.
I know, but he's saying we have to pitch it to her. So it has to be something unique. Oh, I know. It'll be a thing where every week you name a movie and she has to tell you whether or not she was in it. You know that whole thing, right? How she doesn't know that which Marvel movie she was in.
Yes.
Like
yes.
Robert Downey Jr. had to convince her that she was in she had no idea she was in an Avengers movie or she's like, no, Spider-Man was in it. And he was like, yes, it was an Avengers movie and Spider-Man was. She doesn't know what movie she's been in. That's my pitch.
Let me think. Because from my perspective, it would be what I would want to most listen to her talk about, which would probably be
Fucking Brad Pitt.
gossip. She has talked on a podcast, I think, about how certain people were in bed.
Oh.
I think she went on Call Her Daddy and talked about like how different people were
Really?
at sex.
Oh, okay.
Is she not as uptight as we think she is?
Yeah, I think she's not as uptight as we think she is. I think she's not that uptight. I think I'd want to listen to her talk about like insider celebrity gossip. That would be interesting to me. I don't want to listen to her talk to other celebrities.
No.
There's too many people doing that, and I don't care about that
Agreed.
anyway.
Agreed.
I want her to just dish.
I want her to talk to real people and try to understand what their job is. Like if they just say,
She interviews like somebody that works at a factory.
yeah, and
Tell
she
me about your
tries
job.
she tries to understand what it is before they say it, and then they correct her on what it is they actually do.
Gwyneth and the People.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's a great title. I love it.
Okay.
People.
Sounds like I got this job too,
people,
guys.
Paltrow people.
Paltrow
Yeah.
and the People.
Yeah, I love it.
Mine's called Gwyneth Dishes, and while she's cooking something,
Oh no, on a podcast.
she's talking about like different gossip from her whole life. Like 'cause she knows stuff from when she was a kid too, right? Because she has
Yep.
famous parents.
Yep.
So she'll be like, so when I was 7, Steven Spielberg came over and my mom gave him a blowjob.
Right.
Stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
just crazy different gossip about different celebrities. She'll be like, actually, the story about Natalie Wood, you
Yeah.
don't know. It's Christopher Walken murdered her.
Oh,
Because Christopher Walken and Natalie Wood's husband, whose name I can't think of right now,
Heart to Heart, Robert Wagner.
Robert Wagner, they were lovers. She caught him. And
love all
Christopher
this.
Walken pushed her. She hit her head on the boat. She died, and so he pushed her overboard. Like, I want her to be making like a pizza in her oven. You know, she has a pizza oven.
Gluten free.
She used
Please,
to.
cauliflower
Yeah,
crust.
cauliflower crust. She's putting it in her pizza oven, and you can hear it like sizzling.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I just opened a Sauvignon Blanc. And she's
I love
pouring.
all of this,
You're here-
except off mic, you're going to hear her scolding her chef.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, I think she's an incredible cook. You
think so?
Yeah.
But does she eat?
Yeah. I think she does. And she's in like linen. You can watch it if you want because, you know, you can see all
a video,
podcasts
yeah.
now. So she's in like linen, all white linen. And in her backyard, it's beautiful.
She's in white linen making pizza.
Yeah, she
That's
is.
So
Yeah, she
that's
is.
such a baller move.
That's Gwyneth. She's got 5 more pairs of those white linen
That's
pants.
true, that's true.
It's fine.
She is actually tiny Asian people making them for her.
Yes.
In her.
And you can buy them
Yeah.
on the Goop website. Like they're
people?
featured. Yes. Yeah. They're featured prominently on the homepage while the episode is airing.
Smart tie-in.
She knows how to market. Are you kidding me? All right. Wakana. Sometimes.
How are those words again?
Sometimes my words just get like that, and I'm like, is my vocal? Am I having a stroke?
It's like how I try to say the word let out on your own recognizance. That's how it started to sound to me. Like that's what you were saying.
This happens to me a lot.
That word for me is compartmentalize.
It's hard. It's tough.
I can't.
Compartmentalize.
The mouth don't like it.
You got to slow it down with that one. So, how to survive when a protest goes sideways? We're going to talk about being safe.
Love it.
We're going to talk about chemical agents.
So
I went to a protest last weekend.
Okay. Which could you possibly have been protesting?
It's weird, right? You know, it's weird.
You want the McFlurry to come back or something?
Yeah. I want McRib always on the menu.
100% of the time.
I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
I was nervous. I mean, not that I'm always like super confident, like anything, but I felt more nervous.
Can you tell us was it about ICE?
Yes.
Was it, okay.
I went to an ICE protest.
Okay.
Against ICE, guys.
Just so we know.
Not for it. So first of all, I'm going to tell you, you have the right to be at a protest. It's protected in your First Amendment rights. Mm-hmm. If you want to get more information on your rights at a protest, go to the ACLU for some helpful tips, because I'm not going to get into all of the First Amendment rights on this episode. That's something we could do on another episode. But ACLU has a great page about knowing your rights, okay? So instead, what I'm going to talk about today is something about protecting ourselves from the chemical irritants and agents that are often being used more now than ever before. Like I said, go to the ACLU website so you're up to date on your rights at a protest. You do have rights to protest, but go there so you are informed just before you head out. But what I really want to focus on today is how to protect yourself against tear gas and other chemicals that police and military are using increasingly at U.S. protests. I'm going to thank the Physicians for Human Rights for providing information that helped me today. What's weird is they're deceptively known as less lethal.
Yes.
But these weapons can, in fact, cause severe injuries and even death when used with excessive force. So what you want to do to protect yourself against tear gas and other chemical agents when protesting: face mask.
Yeah.
Or a scarf or a bandana large enough to cover your face from nose to chin can serve as a substitute. So if you're not going to take a face mask like we have for COVID times, make sure you have a bandana tied around your neck.
I would think one of those, are they called balaclavas, that people wore, or gaiters that people wore during the pandemic because they're tight. Yeah. And you can quickly, as opposed to a bandana, you can quickly pull it up. Yeah.
All of this is good. You want shatter-resistant eye protection. So your sunglasses, you want them to be shatter-resistant. Swim goggles are good, or a gas mask.
It's funny you say that, because I saw some footage of, or maybe it was someone who had been tear gassed in Minnesota. And I thought, I wonder if I would be more protected because I'm always wearing glasses. It's got to help a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It does help a little bit. Clothing, you want to cover your skin as much as possible. So don't just show up in a thong, Garen.
It's not that kind of protest.
No. I mean, there probably is that.
All though?
They are kind of.
They are kind of. You want protective closed shoes that you can run in.
Yes.
Leave your kitten heels at home. No contact. I know.
This is definitely not for me, guys.
It's not. I know. Your favorite protest outfit has just been ruined. No contact lenses.
Oh, ouch.
Yep. They can trap irritating chemicals such as tear gas powder underneath.
Oh my God, I never thought about that.
So no contact lenses, folks. If you do wear contact lenses, keep a full facial gas mask or goggles on at all time. Avoid wearing makeup such as eyeliner for the same reason.
Oh, because it can go
no
into
cat
your
eye.
eyes.
Underneath. What you should bring to a protest: water in your own plastic bottle with a squirt top.
Okay.
So this can wash your skin better, easier. A backpack, not full of rocks.
Oh, not this time?
not this. This is an occasion where you don't want a backpack full
Okay.
of rocks. Or a drawstring bag, not an over-the-shoulder or crossbody bag in case you need to run.
Not an over-the-shoulder or crossbody bag. Okay, so a backpack. Yeah.
Yeah, or drawstring bag, something you can have on your back that's in case you need to run.
Got it.
You want your identification or emergency contact information. Consider writing this on your skin. Cash for food and transportation or cash bail in case you are arrested. Check how much bail is in your location.
Oh, damn. Okay.
People are getting arrested more often.
I wonder if they'll take cash because it's getting fewer and fewer places
Yes,
take cash
that's
now.
true.
I wonder if the jail will
Yeah,
will still
maybe
take
have
cash.
a card too.
I just pay for Apple Pay for your
Yep.
get out of jail.
An inhaler, EpiPen, several days of prescription medication in case you are arrested.
Right.
Just consider it. Like, go, what do I need to have with me if I'm if I'm arrested? A medical alert bracelet, information about any chronic medical conditions or allergies. Pretend you're going on a trip to Fiji, but it's jail. A change of clothes in case you're exposed to chemical irritants. You know, I don't know how much it sounds like now you have a suitcase. So,
Well, I mean, if it's summer,
yeah.
you can pack a very light pair of shorts and
Sure.
a very light tank top. That's going to weigh
Absolutely.
nothing in a backpack.
Throw that in your
Yeah.
backpack. You know, you'll even just be happy having a different shirt. Like
Yeah.
if you're like, I can't carry all this, you know, just be reasonable about what you can carry.
I used to when Oliver was little, I would bring a backpack everywhere.
Same.
And Jimmy was always like, "You're bringing that whole thing?" And I'm like, "Yes, because I'm the mother and I have to have snacks and hand sanitizer and a change of clothes." And so the mom's got you covered up.
Yes. And it's usually, when I go to protests, it's a lot of moms.
Yeah.
How to protect yourself against these tear gas and other chemical irritants. Let's discuss the chemical irritants, first of all, so you know what you're dealing with. First one is called Agent CS, which is the most commonly used form of tear gas. It begins as a crystalline powder that's converted into a fine spray by a small pyrotechnic explosion and comes in the form of a grenade or canister.
This isn't the flashbang.
Yes, they throw it and it explodes.
This is the flashbang we're talking
I
about?
think so.
Okay.
I actually don't.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
All right.
But this is the most commonly used.
Okay, so not the actual spraying it.
Nope.
Tear gas in your
explodes.
face. It explodes. Okay.
It's that when you see him shooting those big gun things and it goes boom,
Okay.
that's tear gas.
Okay.
Flashbangs will explode and they'll disorient you.
These are grenades or canisters that I don't know if they're shooting them out of like guns or if they're throwing them with their hands, but they have a pyrotechnic explosion and often injuries are happening because of the canister, even more so than the powder.
Right.
Yeah, because they're shooting people in the fucking face with them.
Yeah, I saw a guy. There's a story. It's not the story I'm going to tell, but about a guy. I think it was in Gaza. It went into his face,
Oh my God.
and it was very devastating.
They just blinded a guy with those in Minneapolis,
Yeah, I
didn't they?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Agent OC, more commonly known as pepper spray, is essentially a highly concentrated form of hot pepper. Though tear gas, this is really interesting to me. Tear gas was classified as a chemical weapon in 1993 and banned from use in international warfare. Law enforcement officers are still allowed to use it on
Wow.
civilians in the United States.
Wow.
Did not know that.
Some localities are starting to ban use of these chemicals for crowd control by police in the wake of Black Lives Matter protests in their violent disruptions.
They're starting to ban them.
Yeah, some cities. I researched this actually further, and some examples of cities that ban the use of chemical irritants are D.C., Portland, and Charlotte, North Carolina. But these bans are not all the same. Some are for banned use of crowd dispersal. Some have exceptions for life-threatening situations. So it's like the bans are a little bit loosey-goosey. Like Charlotte's is like not at all.
Okay.
No
good.
matter what, you know. And Minnesota just 3 days ago was granted a temporary restraining order banning ICE agents from using chemical irritants on peaceful protesters. So now I don't know how that works if an ICE agent says the protester wasn't being peaceful.
I
Is it
gotta
like-
tell you,
is it up to
I
their
don't
discretion?
I don't have any faith that they're not going to use it.
Because it's like if they're saying, well, you're not allowed to use these on peaceful protesters. If protesters are just like, you know, putting their fists in the air and saying like, fuck ICE, are they allowed to go, that's not peaceful? And, you know,
apparently, yes.
I don't know.
They have absolute immunity,
Right.
according to our powers that be.
I don't know how much faith we should put in an agency.
I also don't think sorry to interrupt you.
No.
I also don't think they even have to put up a defense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying legally. I'm saying in our reality.
Yes, absolutely.
I think they just go, no, we're using that. Who's going to stop us? I mean, literally,
good luck.
who's going to stop
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, good luck.
We can shoot someone in the face 3 times. Obviously, we can use
And
tear
that guy's
gas.
a fucking millionaire now.
Why? Did he have a
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe?
GoFundMe.
There should be laws, but what is it even for? He doesn't need legal representation.
Because there's absolutely insane people in this country that think that dude's a hero.
But I'm just wondering what the language of the GoFundMe is. Maybe you can look it up
Yeah, let me
because
look
I
it
am
up.
curious.
I saw an interesting video the other day. And again, this is a video that, look, somebody could just say this, but it seemed legit. A woman who did 2 tours in the military applied to be an ICE agent. And she's a flagrant liberal and has a huge lefty leaned, and she's on like an Antifa website. Like she's on an Antifa list of being like an activist. And she filled out the application to see if she could join ICE, just to see.
She doesn't actually want to be an
No,
ICE.
she wanted to see how, if it was easy. And they basically didn't, they were like, okay, and called her to do the drug test. She was like, I knew I wouldn't pass because I smoke pot. She failed the drug test. They still called her in. They didn't make her do the training thing to see if they didn't make her sign a domestic abuse to see if she had a domestic abuse record.
Oh, shit.
And they hired her.
Oh, my God.
So she was like, just so you know, this is how easy it is to get a job with ICE.
Like, they go through the
like it's a joke.
Formality of giving you a drug test, but it doesn't matter.
Right. I'll see if I can find it. I was like,
That's
okay.
insane.
So anyway, you may be wondering, can tear gas and other chemical irritants like this kill people? Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
More than 119,000 people have been injured by tear gas and other chemical irritants during protests around the world since 2015. That's information I got from the ACLU on this really comprehensive study on crowd control weapons that was done by Physicians for Human Rights and the International Network of Civil Liberties Organizations in collaboration with the Omega Research Foundation. And deaths. So I don't have a total number, but here's some anecdotal information I was able to gather.
Okay.
Tear gas used by police at an Indonesian football stadium resulted in 135 deaths. Blinding and eye injury sustained by Chilean protesters in social protests. The killing of an indigenous activist by tear gas canisters in the Ecuadorian Amazon. So there's for sure people are being killed by.
Is it in the first thing you read? What was the very first thing in a stadium or something?
Yeah, that was, I can't remember the year.
But is that people trampling over each other because they're
panic.
blind? Okay, so it's not literally the gas having a chemical reaction.
In that case, a couple of people went onto the field and the police were trying to stop it. But they overreacted and they sprayed tear gas into the crowds of the stadium.
Jesus.
And of course, it's so awful when it happens. They left and tried to run out of the exits, and a lot of people got trampled to death. Ugh. And there was an even worse one in the 60s where I think like 300 people got killed in a similar situation in a stadium.
Let's blind a bunch of people and make them panic so they don't know where they're going.
So I'm going to talk to you about how to survive it if it happens to you.
Okay.
Here's what happens when a tear gas canister explodes in your vicinity. The CS powder sprays into the air and sticks to any moisture it can find.
Okay.
That includes tears in your eyes, the sweat on your skin.
Oh, wait. I'm good then. I got no moisture left.
Don't use those eye drops.
This is the good thing about being old.
Yes.
It's just dried out. The tear gas is like a cartoon going to separate away from me and then head off behind me.
Same.
Yeah.
Grease in your hair, saliva in your mouth, and your boogie's in your little nose.
Oh, shit.
So,
okay.
Symptoms of tear gas exposure can include the following, according to the CDC: eyes, excessive tearing, redness, burning, blurred vision; skin, burns and rash; mouth, burning, irritation, drooling, trouble swallowing; nose, running, burning, swelling; lungs, chest tightness, shortness of breath, wheezing, coughing, choking sensation, stomach, nausea, and vomiting.
Oh.
Okay, so how to survive if you're exposed to tear gas or other chemical irritants. First, what to do right away. Hey, you, get out of that cloud. See what I did there?
I did. I like it.
It's just a little
I like
thing.
it so much.
I came up with it. Of tear gas.
Got it.
And get away from the general area ASAP. Seek high ground.
Oh.
Like you would during a tsunami.
Yeah.
As most forms of tear gas are heavy, the closer you are to the ground, the higher the concentration of gas. So you don't want to go down. Don't burrow.
Don't naked or
interesting.
otherwise.
Right?
That's interesting. Because they tell you when fire to get down from the
Yes.
smoke, but in this situation,
Go up.
Go up. Walk, do not run. This is a remain calm situation. Why do you think you don't want to run?
Because you'll get sweaty and then the tear gas will be more attracted to you.
That's almost correct.
Okay.
Running may cause you to breathe more heavily, filling your lungs with more tear gas.
Okay.
Try to keep your breathing even. Maybe you could do like a little bit of a fast walk.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be
Like
really...
you're in the 80s and you're in a mall.
Oh my God, yes. It's going to be hard not to run. You're going to want to run.
I mean...
If your eyes have been exposed and are burning or blurry, flush them with water immediately.
Yeah.
Try not to touch your eyes, nose, or mouth. That's hard to do.
Hence the water bottle with the spout.
Yes. Use water from your water bottle to flush. If you can find an open drinking fountain or sink in a public restroom, flush your eyes with water for 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, boy.
There is no evidence that baking soda or milk is better than cool water alone. I think those are some hot rumors going around.
Well, I've heard of milk. Baking soda.
Yeah, who's going to
You're going to put pour
baking soda in
powder
your
on
eyeballs?
I mean,
that sounds terrible.
we know it doesn't get rid of car smells, so I don't know how it possibly would get rid of. Oh, that's interesting. I see it like it absorbs, but
Yeah, maybe people think they put it on their skin. I can't imagine people
Yeah.
would ever think they'd... Listen to this. There's one small randomized controlled trial that found that baby shampoo is no better than water.
no better.
Is it one person just squirted baby shampoo in their eyeballs and went, this doesn't work? Hey, guys, I just found out.
Oh, because it's called No More
no
Tears.
more tears, right?
Wait, that's insane. I have to think, by the way, how is that possible? Johnson's & Johnson's. How do you use any shampoo that if you get it in your eye doesn't produce tears? It's got to.
It says no more tears on the bottle.
I know. No more tears, no more tangles.
Yeah. Use baby wipes or makeup wipes if water's not immediately... Sorry, let me start that over. Using baby wipes or makeup wipes if water is not immediately available may cause increased irritation.
Oh, okay.
So it
That
sounds
makes
like
sense.
that's not better than nothing.
Yes.
Like-
because there's chemicals on those.
Yeah, I would say maybe don't use those is what they're saying.
Right.
If possible and you are not affected yourself, help others by moving them to a clean, well-ventilated area.
Sure.
Just get out of there. Do not try to remove the tear gas canisters, as doing so may put you at an increased risk for further harm and injury. Yeah, don't go up to tear gas canisters and be like, I'll just take these away.
Is it... I feel
Let
like
the experts do that.
I feel like I've seen this. I'm not sure. Like you throw them on the ground and this might have been from the 1989 Batman. I don't know. But like the colored stuff just comes out of the canister, right? So it keeps coming out. It's like billowing out
I
of
think so.
the receptacle.
That sounds right.
Okay. And can I ask,
Yes, please.
at the protest you were at,
Yes.
was there ICE there?
No.
Were there police there?
No.
No authority? No. So you weren't...
It stayed peaceful because there weren't police coming.
Yeah. Okay.
No, this was just I think in response to Renee Good.
yeah.
There were many protests
Yeah.
against ICE, and this was one of them. And luckily, there wasn't a police presence there.
Yeah.
There was a guy who came up and just like he had been riding his bike past and decided to be an agitator and started like arguing with one of the protesters and saying like, oh, so I guess you guys all just want socialism and communism. Like
How
just
can
some,
you argue with...
I know, just an idiot.
I mean, it's such a black and white issue. I mean, it should be.
Well, for him,
I mean, specifically Renee Good.
but I mean, he was making something very. It's like if you don't want ICE, then you want communism.
It's
like
there's no connection.
such a dummy.
know.
And I was like, I said to my friend Julia, who you know and who I was there with, I said, let's walk away from this because I don't want to be anywhere near something that could become
No, you were probably
violent.
smart.
And I don't want to listen to this person.
Right.
I actually don't want to get that angry about somebody saying something so idiotic. So how to further get rid of this chemical irritant if it's on your skin? Change your clothes as soon as you can. Take off your shoes outside at home.
You don't want to track that shit in.
And shed the clothes you were wearing and hang them in an open ventilated area. I mean, I'm going to say that should be outside unless maybe you live somewhere that it's so snow. Like, I don't know why you can't just hang them outside.
It's like when I visit Frances.
Yes.
I have to then put all my clothes outside.
She's your chemical irritant. For at least 48 hours before washing them.
Oh, that's interesting.
If you can't keep them in an open place, seal them in a sealed bag until they're ready to be washed. Do not mix them with other clothes.
Okay.
When you wash them, because the CS powder can be active for as long as 5 days.
Yeah, this isn't like a red sock and your white, underwear situation. This is going to be a lot worse.
Yes. I mean, well, it depends.
that's pretty bad. But
that is really bad. If all your whites, like, what if all your whites are like silk?
Oh,
you've just ruined all your silks.
All your silks.
Also, why are you washing your silks?
Yeah, dummy. You're supposed to do that in the sink.
Yes. Take a cold shower for at least 20 minutes.
Oh, God. Okay, wait. I'm never going to a protest. I can't take a cold shower.
I know.
Okay.
I can take a cold shower for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I can go like, I'm out. To prevent the chemicals from irritating your skin further. Okay, do your best not to breathe in more tear gas during the shower. How do you not breathe for 20 minutes?
What, do they think it's like a bath bomb and you put it in the shower with you?
I guess it's just, I don't know, keep your eyes closed, wash your hair especially well.
Okay.
If you're still having symptoms 30 minutes or so after getting all the agents off, or you're having eye or lung issues, or you're all just concerned, go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Go to the hospital. I mean, you probably got to just go to the ER or an urgent care. Okay.
Gotta find a Silkwood shower somewhere and just scrub that off.
Call Meryl Streep. She'll know what to do.
She will.
Or Cher.
Or Meryl Marco. Or Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle. She's probably the best person you should call. What if your rights have been violated? Okay, so again, I'm going to guide you to the ACLU guide called Know Your Rights. If your rights are violated by law enforcement officers, I'm just tagging this on to the end. When you can, write down everything you remember from the scene, including the officer's badge and patrol car numbers. Get contact information for witnesses. Take photographs of any injuries. Get medical treatment right away if you need it, and ask for a copy of any medical records. Okay, guys?
Smart.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Are you going to do that for me? I don't want to scare you off from going to protests.
No, I just think the thing I'm thinking is you're going to need to take pictures of the officers' badges, not that they all wear them. And
are we talking about ICE right now?
Well, regardless of whatever it is, and license plates before, because you're not going to think to do that when you're blinded and you're fast walking away.
Yeah. Also, take the airplane mode widget off your lock screen because they can use that to get into your phone somehow, and take off facial recognition software.
Take your airplane
mode
so if you have widget.
So if you swipe down, wherever
it's like that corner thing.
This thing,
yes.
Get rid of that. You can get that. You can have that.
Because if that is on, what do they do?
They can. I don't know the tech of it, but they can put your phone into airplane mode somehow, and then somehow get in your phone.
Is this a Mr. Beast thing? Like, is this a real thing, or is this?
This is a real thing.
Okay.
This is because I follow dozens and dozens of protesters and activists, and they all are saying that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll put it in the end too, just to get the actual details.
Okay. Sorry, Kristine.
No, not at all. Are you ready for a story?
So ready.
I'm going to share the story, which you both may already know about, of the Minnesota family of 6 that were tear gassed after they were caught between ICE and protesters.
Yes.
A woman says her family was tear gassed after getting caught between protesters and federal ICE agents, and she had to give her baby CPR during the terrifying incident.
I didn't know that part.
Destiny Jackson, 26, told CNN, this is from People magazine, and it was also in the New York Times.
Yeah.
It's all over.
Yes.
Destiny Jackson, 26, told CNN that she, her husband, and their 6 children were attempting to drive home from her son's basketball game when they encountered an ICE protest in Minneapolis on the evening of Wednesday, January 14th. She said she and her husband had not been aware that a protest would be taking place on their route home, and their car soon became stuck amid protesters and parked vehicles. Jackson told CNN that she heard someone outside the car yell, "It's about to go down," at which point she saw federal agents arrive on the scene. She said her husband attempted to back up, but soon realized there were ICE agents on either side of the vehicle, and so he opted to keep the car in place so that they didn't accidentally hit anyone.
Can I just stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Because I've been confused about this from the beginning. Are they parked? Are they still parked when part's going on, or had they already gone into traffic?
I think they're in traffic. Like they're
driving.
They're driving.
Okay.
And he's like, "We're stuck." They got stuck. They couldn't move.
Got it.
"We've seen what happened to Renee Good," Jackson said of the decision, referring to the mother of 3 who was shot and killed by an ICE agent in Minneapolis on January 7th. So sad. That's me saying that. I mean, obviously she thinks it's sad too.
Way to editorialize, Chris.
Yeah. You're welcome. An ICE agent, one of them, yells in my window like, "Get the F out of here." And my husband's like, "We're trying," Jackson added. Jackson told CNN that the next few moments happened quickly. She recalled that she saw and heard tear gas canisters being hurled in her family's direction, noting that one of them rolled under the vehicle. She said she then felt the explosion of the can under their car, which caused the airbags to deploy and the safety locks to automatically activate, locking her husband, and her children, ages 11 to 6 months, inside the car.
Wait a second. That doesn't make sense. When what are they called? Airbags go off?
Yeah.
Your car locks?
I guess that happened with her car. I don't know why. It must have just been a mistake.
Okay.
I don't think that should happen. It
Right.
seems like it
The
shouldn't
opposite.
happen.
Okay.
She said the car began to fill with black smoke, effectively blinding them and obstructing their breathing. Just like it said would happen, right? Mm-hmm. I was feeling around like I was hitting my son's window, and I worked my way to his lock, and then I reached over my other 2 younger kids and I unlocked that lock, she recalled to CNN. She said her husband was ultimately able to get out of the driver's side door, at which point they worked on getting their children out of the tear gas-filled vehicle with the help of a bystander. "I couldn't breathe, and I'm pointing at the car and I'm saying, 'I have more kids, I have more kids,'" Jackson told CNN. She said that once all of the children were out of the car, a kind neighborhood resident led her family to safety inside their home, but it was then that she realized her 6-month-old baby son was not breathing. Jackson said she began giving the infant mouth-to-mouth while her other children used milk to try to wash the tear gas out of their eyes. In the midst of doing mouth-to-mouth, I stopped and I looked at my baby and I was just like, "Wake up, you have to." She said, "I just felt like I'm going to give you every breath I have." She said her baby began breathing, and she ultimately accompanied all of her children to the hospital where they received care. In a statement to CNN, the city of Minneapolis confirmed that tear gas used on the crowd that evening caused a 6-month-old child inside a vehicle to experience breathing difficulties. They added that police and emergency responders reached the affected family and found the infant was breathing and stable but in serious condition. The city of Minneapolis and the Minnesota Police Department did not immediately respond to people's request for comment. In a statement to People, Department of Homeland Security Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said the federal agents present during the January 14th protest followed their training and reasonably deployed crowd control measures. She added that the
Who said that?
Department of Homeland Security Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin. She added that the agents were not targeting the family. Yeah.
So how is the baby now? Do we know?
I think doing okay.
They've all been released from the hospital?
Let me see if there's a follow-up on...
I mean, so they have no recourse, right? I mean, maybe they can sue. Because in... what's the opposite of civil? Jesus Christ.
Criminal?
Criminal, thank you. There's not going to be a criminal case against, of course, because this whole administration is so corrupt. But maybe they can, I know it takes money. They could have a GoFundMe to get representation, to fund representation. And I would be the first to donate to that. They should sue the fuck out of ICE and that specific person, whoever it was who threw that.
I have to imagine that the ACLU or somebody is
already on it. Yeah,
this,
they have to be, right? So they have to be made an example of. I mean,
the shystiest lawyer there is should be on top of this.
Yeah,
being
right?
Like, I'm
Some
gonna
ambulance
make bank
chaser.
off
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
What are we doing? It's
I
insane.
mean, let's get them millions of dollars.
Later in the episode, we're going to have some shout outs for our new patron members.
Yay!
So get ready.
Look forward to
if you're
it.
one of them, to hear your name shouted
Out.
loud.
Goodbye. Hello.
Oh, welcome back.
Welcome back yourself. So you just complimented my nails, but you haven't seen them up close. So what they are is they're stickers.
Oh.
They're those stupid fucking stickers.
I love those stickers.
They're terrible. They're awful. First of all, you have to have a good manicure to begin with. Like your nails have to look good to begin with, which I didn't realize because it shows all the imperfections. Second, they're all rigidy and raggedy and they're not on properly. And then when you put your hands through your hair, they get caught in the bottom, so
Okay.
your hair comes out. It's a really dumb invention.
I've had some luck with the stickers.
Of course, I just can't do things.
Well, no.
like I'm not good at things. You know what I mean?
I just mean, you know, my nails are really short.
Yeah,
Like I keep them short like dude nails.
yeah.
Because I don't like clicky clacky on the keyboard. If I hear the clicky clacky, it's like, I can't handle clicky clacky.
Right.
So I keep them short. As I age, I become more and more like a man.
Yeah, you're just.
I'm like, I don't like
You're growing a beard.
I want baggy stuff on all the time.
Right.
I'm just like, men's clothes are great. And like, but makeup, why do I have all this makeup? Who needs it?
Why is makeup?
Why is makeup?
Well, anyway, it's ridiculous. If you saw them up close, you'd be throwing up.
You know, the nice thing, again, about getting older is
you can't see.
I can't see, so you look
That's
great.
right. Thanks.
That's my husband always says, you look so beautiful.
great.
And I say, you know why? You don't see well.
Yeah,
You don't see how much hair is on my face. So you
Right.
think I look great. And
but you're the wolf boy.
Yeah. I'm the wolf man.
Well, it's not.
Not yet.
It's not. You get too big for your britches over there.
I can't brag yet.
On the first half of the show, we talked about when a protest goes sideways, and now we're going to talk about when a birth plan falls apart with John Quaintance.
Hi, John.
Hi,
Hello.
John.
How
Thanks
are
for
ya?
getting into the studio finally.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks
So-
for having me.
Just for those who don't know, well, first of all, John is Rachel Quaintance's husband.
One of our favorites.
My most important designation.
Yes. And also a very talented television writer and creator. Created Good Cop, Bad Cop with Miss Leighton Meester.
That's right.
Hi.
I love her.
Yes.
She's the best.
She's so great.
And you tell the people where you filmed this.
It takes place in the Pacific Northwest in a small town in Washington State. So naturally, we filmed it in tropical Queensland, Australia.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there's about 7 pine trees up on the one hill, and we shot in front of those about 11 different ways.
Okay, so John,
Yes.
we both became empty nesters this past fall.
Yep.
And this story is about your son, right?
Yes, about
Okay.
my second child. So a little
Second
background is we had a little glitch the first time around with Harper, my daughter, is that she was born at UCLA Hospital in Santa Monica, and it was so full. We had this whole plan that Rachel was going to have her own room, but then they were full up, so she had to share a room, and so I couldn't spend the night, so I was not there. And so, they do that thing where the baby cries and they bring it to you.
Yeah.
Let me explain to the two women here how the experience of what birth is like. But they bring the child to be nursed, and they brought the wrong kid to Rachel.
No.
And she was
Wow.
about to feed this other baby, and this other nurse came in, like the supervisor happened to come in while the junior nurse was handing her the wrong baby and was like, did you check the bracelets? The bracelets don't match. The bracelets don't match. And they're like, it was a whole thing. So it was traumatic, right? So
yeah, that's why they have those
Yes.
bracelets now. So it's just for that very reason, because in the past, in the 70s or 60s or something, sometimes it happened that people went home with the wrong child.
which is a joke that I made all the time to my daughter when she was being sassy to me that she never thought was funny. You may not be mine. But so we were really invested in having a perfect second birth.
Okay.
And that is not what happened.
Okay, but then, so the second baby.
Yeah, so we had a whole plan. This one, we moved away from the west side. We were going to go to Cedars. We had we're gonna get a private room for sure. We're gonna get a private room. We did the tour and all that stuff. But Rachel her dad had recently survived stage 3 colon cancer.
Right.
And so he had this plan that he was going to build. He was living at the time outside of Laughlin, Nevada, and he still lives there. In Bullhead City, Arizona. He was spending half the year there. They're from a small town in Minnesota, but he was living there trying to like build this thing across the Red River in Bullhead City, Arizona. And then he had to put it on hold when he had colon cancer. And then he recovered and he resumed the construction. And so he had this grand opening that was scheduled 3 weeks before our due date.
And it was a car wash, right?
There's a car wash with a little drive-through coffee shop attached to it.
Gotcha.
The coffee shop is no longer part of it, but he still runs the car wash. But this was in 2006, and so it's like I think it's December 9th is the date of the thing, and our due date is like the day after Christmas or something.
Okay.
So we're like, it's like 18, 17 days before the due date.
Yeah, you should
And
be
I
okay.
think this is not a good idea. This is
Okay.
not a good idea. We probably shouldn't be traveling. She asks her OBGYN, is this a good idea? And I think maybe they give her the go-ahead, but that could be a lie. If knowing Rachel, it could have to be a lie because she
It's
was
fine,
just,
John.
she was
They
like,
said
no,
it's fine.
no,
They said
they
it's
said it's fine. And if you know Rachel as you do, like, you know that she was like, yeah, it's fine. And she was also
worry about
like, I know my body because she had gone through this thing with Harper where it had taken forever. And she was like, I know my body. This baby's not coming early. So like the
Everyone
wife
knows that all pregnancies
are
the
exactly
same.
the same. But because she's married to like a sitcom writer, of course, as soon as you say, I know my body, this baby's not coming early, it's like, bloop, you flip to, we're at, we're at this grand opening of the car wash / coffee shop in Bullhead City, Arizona. And they're getting ready for the big thing. We go have some very questionable Italian food for lunch. And then we're talking about going for a hike or something like that. And all of a sudden, Rachel goes, you guys, everybody stop. My water just broke. Okay, so we are in, I mean, this is like, we're like not even in Laughlin. And Laughlin is not like, oh, yay, we're in Laughlin. Laughlin is like where you go if you think Vegas is too fancy, So we're in Laughlin, her water breaks, and we don't know what to do. We don't have anything, we don't know what to do. And fortunately, there's like a 15-year-old girl working as like the drive-through girl at the coffee shop.
Okay.
15. And she comes out. She's like, I had a baby at the hospital nearby. I'll take you guys.
Oh my
God.
God. Oh my God.
So we get into like, I don't even remember what we were driving in, but maybe her dad's truck or something. And meanwhile, everybody's like, uh-oh. And we all get into some truck or something with this 15-year-old girl who's like, yeah, it's up here. And we are driving through, I mean, just like trailer town. We're driving like in Arizona, like economically depressed, and we find this little single-story hospital called the Western Arizona Regional Medical Center.
Whoa.
Okay, I am not trusting any hospital that is single story.
No, it's not.
I didn't
it's
even
not
know that
ideal.
existed until you just said it. And
It
I
is
almost
seems
want you.
wrong.
I'd rather you be at an urgent care at this point.
It might have been better in the back of the truck, honestly. It was because we walk in there.
Wait, so I'm sorry, back up one second. Who all is there? You, okay, the pregnant teen or the teen mother.
The teen mom, Rachel, me, her dad is driving, I think, and then maybe one of her sisters is there. But everybody is in town. So the sisters are there. The mom is there. Harper is there, but she's 3.5, but she's not in the truck, right? So I think Harper's back with mother-in-law, grandma, And so we pull up and we're just like so freaked out because like, what are we going to do? And we go in there, and the first thing that happens that is a trouble sign is that the lady, like the old battle axe, who's like behind the counter, she's like, all right, do you have health insurance? And I said, yes. And she goes, oh. And she like looks around the desk like, where did I put those forms? Like in the folder that has the spider webs on it.
I was going to say she's blowing off dust.
Exactly, literally. And so we go in there, but the other problem is I think it's a weekend. So we're like, okay, so we can get a doctor. She needs a doctor right away, and they're like, we don't have any doctors here, but we'll try to call one. we'll
my
try to call
God.
one. And we're like, what do you mean you'll try to call one? They're like, well, we don't have a lot of doctors that come here, but there's just nobody working today. But we'll see if we can get a hold of one. We're like, we'll just see.
We'll send out a carrier pigeon.
We'll try. Yeah, we'll try. We'll try to find you a doctor. So so we're freaking out and we're just stunned. And this like French Canadian old lady comes up and she's a nurse and she's like, do not worry. I have seen many babies born. I have seen babies who are born in the bush.
What?
And the baby will come. The baby will come. He can be born in the bush. And we're like,
No.
Let's make something clear. That is not. We did
Not
not.
having a
We
bush
don't want to have a
baby.
baby in the bush.
That's
No.
not in your birth plan.
No, that was not in our birth plan. So that
So-
was how we started.
I was induced,
Yeah.
so I don't know. After the water breaks, is it like a sitcom? Is she in pain now? She's having contractions?
This was really quick. It
Okay.
was really quick, and I don't think she was like, that close. Contractions weren't that close, but it happened pretty fast. And the whole experience, I think, with Ford took from the time her water broke till the time he came. I want to say it was like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, or something like that. So that included getting to the hospital, all that stuff.
But
It was
is she
very
like
fast.
bent over screaming?
Not yet,
Like, okay,
not yet,
all
not
right.
yet, not yet. But I was.
Right.
I was screaming.
Get me a motherfucking metropolitan doctor.
Yeah. So we. Meanwhile, all the nurses are excited because they're like, "Oh, we picked up an extra shift because there's like nobody there. There's like nobody there, so the nurses are excited." So we go and we manage to find a doctor after an alarming amount of time, and he's like really pissed off that he's there. He's like very upset, and then he's like, "Where are you from?" And Rachel's like, "We're from Los Angeles, but my dad was having a car wash." He's like, "And you decided to get in a car and drive here?" And she was like, "Yeah, but it was fine." And that's my Rachel impression. But he was like, then he got really mad. And then he was just like scolding her and be like, "You should never have come.
Oh my
Why did you come?"
God.
And it's like, dude, we are here.
What an asshole.
This is
Yeah.
not the time. He was a complete asshole who turned out to be from like a small town near where her dad grew up. So once her dad came in, they could be like, "Oh yeah, back in Hermantown," whatever. Like they were buddies, and he was nice. Once he found a man he could talk to,
Right, sure.
they could be like, "Look at your stupid daughter,"
Yeah, not these
But-
softies from LA.
I know. So so we're all freaked out. We've got a mean doctor. Rachel's cracking jokes because she's so like terrified, And the next sign of trouble is that this guy comes in who looks like he's 23, and he's like, looks like he's just rolled out of bed because he probably did. He probably got the call like, "Hey, sweet, I got a case today," and we found out he's the anesthesiologist.
Oh no.
And he looks like
He just gives you a joint.
He looks like
This will take away all the pain.
he looks like a guy that'd be cast in a commercial for like the idiot friend who's like playing PlayStation on a couch. He's like, and he's comes in and Rachel's like trying to make a joke and she goes, "Hey, didn't I see you last night at the Edgewater Casino? Like, haha, across the river." And he looks and he thinks deep. He tries to remember the parts of last night he can remember, and he goes, "I don't think I made it over to the Edgewater last night."
Oh my
no.
God.
So we're the strike two, right?
Doesn't know what he did last night.
No. So then Rachel is in. She's in like the get up. Then it's happening, right? We're like into the place where like the active labor, and she's got her legs up, and she's got the the gown. And she's kind of open for the world to see while this mean doctor is examining her.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
And another guy comes in who I think is going to do the first guy I think is actually going to give her the shot. And then there's a guy who's the anesthesiologist who's going to do it during the thing or something.
Okay.
So that another guy comes in while she's exposed to the world, and he's eating a sandwich.
No.
And it has like a
on.
Dr.
Oh
Pepper.
my God.
And he's just
No.
like standing in the door. And he's just watching. He's like, "Yeah, so I'm the guy." And I think he had a Russian accent, but that might just be me punching it up in my mind. But he's like, "Oh, so you're going to have a baby in our hospital?" Crunch, crunch, crunch on his sandwich, and she's like, "Yeah," but like she's nude, and like, "Who are you?" And like, "Get out of here," and,
Yeah.
and eat your sandwich in the
So
break room.
disrespectful
Yeah.
to her vagina.
Yeah, it was
My
very
baby doesn't want to
disrespectful
smell
her vagina.
pastrami.
No, it's not a good way. That's a lot of cultures think that's bad luck.
Yeah.
But so everything is not going great. And then guy that's doing the shot, who is maybe at the Edgewater last night, he gives her the epidural, right? The baby starts to come. It happens very quickly, and I'm sitting there, and we didn't find out the gender. And so strike 3 in my book of the experience is that we are sitting there and like waiting, and like the one thing I get to do is say it's a, and Ford comes out, and I go. And then her sisters go, it's a girl, it's a boy, it's a boy, it's a boy. You see, it's a boy, it's a boy. And they just like, you're having a boy, you had a boy, you had a boy. And they just completely took my moment.
Oh my God, that is unforgivable.
So I was very upset about that. But thank God, here's this healthy boy, and it's all great. So we're feeling pretty good. I'm sitting there after some time has passed. I'm holding my son, and a nurse comes around the corner that had seen it. That one that had been in the room that saw me hold my son. And she brings another nurse. She's like, come here. And they look, and they're like, look at the dad holding his son.
Oh,
and
my
they're
God.
like, wow, that's so cool.
Are you serious?
They're like, a dad is here participating in the birth of his child.
It's the first one we've ever had.
And he's not 14.
He has insurance, and he's holding his son. This guy's a keeper. So I could have had anybody in the hospital. I could have had any
You were a
of those nurses.
superstar.
Even if you just dropped Ford.
Yeah, I know.
They're still
exactly.
telling that story.
Exactly.
The legend of the man who held his baby.
Yeah,
That's
so
wild.
It was crazy. So everything seemed like it was going to be okay, but our troubles weren't over yet because you won't believe it, but the guy who might have been at the Edgewater last night misdid her epidural. And he punctured the dura, which is the sheath around your spinal column, I believe, right?
Oh my God.
And so he punctured that, and so so she was like laying down the whole time, but as soon as she tried to get up, it was like she had been struck by lightning in her eyeballs. She had this insane pain, and she lied down and she was like, I can't see, it hurts so much. And they're like, oh, you probably have a punctured dura. So what they have to do in that case is they have to basically insert a blood clot into your spinal column and plug it like you plug a hole in a tire, right?
Wait, how did they get a blood clot?
I don't know what it is, but there's some sort of clotting thing that they do that they put in that plugs it like a tire. But they say you cannot exert yourself. Don't pick up anything because you can blow out the patch basically, and then you're really going to be in trouble.
Because it's a fairly dangerous procedure that you can not be able to walk if they mess it up.
It's your spinal column.
Yeah,
you don't want to have a guy who might have been at the Edgewater last night.
Is super hungover.
Yeah, exactly. And 14.
Yeah, and can't remember the bars he was at.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm not sure if I made it there last night.
Oh my God.
That's our guy. So miraculously, he did not do a good job. So then we're driving home, and I'm, that whole trope about dad drives home from the hospital at like 5 miles an hour. This is on like the 5 or whatever,
right.
wherever we're on. We're on like the freeway, and I'm like white knuckling it, like I've got to get my new baby home, and my wife can't stand up.
I'm sorry. How long were you in?
Like 48 hours.
Okay.
So then we're there for 2 days, and we get back on the road. And Rachel's got her seat kind of reclined, and she's being careful. And we go to stop at a place that has like those places that have like a Subway that's also a KFC, but it's also,
like a gas station too.
Yeah, but it has like a 9-in-1 thing. And I'm like, I'll get the food. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll do everything. And I go there, and Harper's standing next to Rachel, and she takes her to the bathroom. I think it's okay at this point that Rachel can stand, but she just can't exert herself. And they go to the bathroom, and Harper goes to the bathroom, and then she's trying to reach the sink, and she can't. Rachel lifts her up.
Oh, no.
And blows out her patch.
Oh,
So I come back, and she is like on the ground and is like crying and is like, I can't. She's in so much pain. So now we're still 2 hours away from home, and she is in blinding pain. So we call Cedars, and we're like, what do we do? And they're like, lie her down flat. She cannot stand up. She cannot raise above like a lying position. And you've got to get her to a Cedars, and we'll do another patch, basically. But she's going to be in terrible pain if she ever sits up. So we drove home the rest of the way with her fully reclined, went right to Cedars, and had to like get up and be like, ow, 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 ow. And then they fixed her up, and then she had to be flat on her back, I think, for the next 3 to 5 days or something like that.
Oh my
While
God.
we had a brand new baby infant
and a 3.5-year-old.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? So I told you that we had kind of a little moment with Harper the first time. But the other thing that happened was that, like, right after Harper was born, my writing career took off. And I was gone all the time. Like, Rachel was kind of a single mom, especially the first year I was on a kind of normal show, but I was, I'd be gone for dinner. But then I was on the Friends spinoff Joey. And we worked until 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, all the time.
That show didn't just work like a...
It wasn't a magically well-oiled machine.
No, it wasn't clockwork.
That was my other survival story I almost told, was just surviving Joey. But
we'll have you back and you will tell us that.
It's a two-parter. She was really a single mom. And to the point that one time I had not seen my daughter because I would be working till 4 and I'd come home and she'd be asleep, and then I would sleep until noon and she'd be at, like, my gym or whatever. And so one night I came home and I said, if she wakes up in the night, let me go in and just so I see her, And I came in at 4 in the morning because she cried and was like, oh, it's my moment. And I walked in and she was holding onto her crib and she looked at me and she went, not you, not you. So that's who I was. And, like, I would come home from work and, like, Rachel would be just, like, dealing with her, and, like, the whole thing would be. And so my nickname for myself was Sixth Sense, because, like, you could find out that I died 2 years ago and this would all track. Like, I don't have any impact on my family at all. And Rachel is such a, child of the frontier. She's like a pioneer woman that never needs any help. And this only kind of, like, ossified that. It was just like, I don't matter. I don't participate. I'm useless. I'm secondary. So in a way, having this like helpless Rachel flat on her back for 3 days while I had to, like, take care of both kids, it's kind of great.
So you got off work.
It was kind of great. I wasn't, because it was, like, December, so whatever show I was on was off. And so I was like,
you were super dad.
I was super dad. It was kind of great.
Can you imagine if the nurses from that hospital
Oh my
saw
God,
you?
that's such a good point.
Oh my God, they would have.
Oh my God, I would
submitted you to Guinness.
I know. I would have had 3
porn.
nurses on each arm.
Yeah.
But it was kind of great because she had no choice but to let me sort of take the wheel, and it was good.
Well, John, thank you so much. This was
you.
great fun. I 100% want you to come back and talk about Joey.
Please.
Yes,
anytime.
anytime.
I'm sure I'm going to have 1,000 questions.
By the way, there was 8 unaired episodes, and as I'm sure you read, because it was the story of the year last year, it was released for free on the Friends YouTube channel. So these 8 episodes, I went and watched 5 minutes of one that I had my name on it, and that was a harrowing experience. But next time we'll talk all about it.
Cannot wait.
Also, we really hope your show gets picked up, Cop
thank
Bad
you.
Cop, for many reasons.
Yes.
Obviously, that you get to work and that you get your funny show out there, but also my friend, one of the 2 people who turned me on to Gossip Girl, her daughter would like a signed autograph of Leighton. So
Absolutely.
that's going to be in your cards if your show gets picked up.
Love it.
But this was so much fun.
Fun for me too. Thank you.
And we will be back right after this with What Did We Learn Today? Kristine,
Danielle,
are you ready to learn what we learned today?
I'm so excited.
We've soft launched Gwyneth Paltrow's podcast empire. Protect your breathing, your eyes, and your skin as much as possible when protesting. Mask, protective eyewear, fully covered skin. One of several GoFundMe campaigns for the man who murdered Renee Good has surpassed $750,000. The entirety of this description reads as follows. After seeing all the media BS about a domestic terrorist getting GoFundMe, I feel that the officer that was 1,000% justified in the shooting deserves to have a GoFundMe. Funds will go to help him.
Is this from Christy Nome?
Yeah. Thankfully, there's also a campaign for Renee's family that has surpassed 1.5 million. And I heard that her family was like, we have enough now, and we're donating it to other victims of the protests.
ICE brutality.
Yeah, I believe.
That's terrorist talk.
Smoke from fire, get low. Gas from fascist goon squads, get high.
Nice.
Johnson's No More Tears works by using specially formulated pH-balanced mixture of mild, large molecule surfactants that are as gentle to a baby's developing eyes as pure water, avoiding harsh chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate that sting, allowing it to cleanse without irritating even if it gets in the eyes.
Well.
Why can't they all be made with that?
That's what I was
If
wondering.
it does the job, why do we have to have tears?
I gotta say, I get something in my eyes 98% of the time I take a shower.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you doing it wrong?
You're supposed to wash your eyelashes, right?
You scrub them eyelashes good, girl.
Twice. Rinse, repeat.
That's hair you don't really have to wash with soap.
I think it's because my forehead is so short that the distance between my eyes and my hairline is like an inch. So maybe I'm more likely to have soap in my eyes.
Maybe.
It's got to be it.
We'll get you some Johnson's No More Tears.
Thank you. To protect your phone during protests, disable Control Center access from the lock screen on iPhones by going to Settings, Face ID and Passcode, or Touch ID and Passcode. Use access when locked, and turning off Control Center. For Android, use airplane mode and consider turning off biometrics for stronger security against forced unlocking, as police can seize devices to access data. This is from Wired.
That was from Wired, yes.
Turning on airplane mode can also disable the ability to track the phone and your own location.
Which thieves are doing that so that you can't use Find My iPhone to track your phone if someone steals it or if ICE takes it or whatever.
That's crazy. All right, can I do some self-promotion real quick?
Please.
The essay I wrote, the piece, the
Yes.
satirical piece I wrote that is in Slackjaw today is called I, Timothy Chalamet, Just Want to Play a Guy Who's Not Good at Anything. So please go look at it if you dare.
Does it help if we like it?
I don't think it hurts. Yeah, you clap on Medium. You clap.
Let's clap.
I have got already 122 claps.
Oh my God.
Today.
You're famous.
I am famous. And then last week I had the one about my high-waisted pants on the Belladonna comedy.
You're on fire.
I really am.
Speaking of people on fire.
Yes.
Let's give some shout outs to our Backpack Full of Rocks crew, who we haven't shouted out yet. I'm not going to probably be able to list everybody because there's a lot of them, but they get to come to Remain Calm.
Yes.
It's just a game show.
It's just a game show.
That's a clever name we came up with. Mm-hmm. Danielle did. I had some other names and they were stupid. So here who is get to come. Here's who's coming.
Okay.
Clorinda V.
So they've already signed up for the actual game, or just that they're in this level now?
There's no sign up.
That's right. They just show up or they don't.
You
Okay.
show up or you don't. Clorinda V, please
Welcome.
come. Also, welcome to our Backpack Full of Rocks
Yes.
tier. Jackie A. Jackie, we love you. You always have funny stuff to say in the Patreon. She's showing up to our Remain Calm, it's just a game show.
Yeah.
Lucas M. Hi, Lucas. I always appreciate stuff you say on Patreon, and thank you for being there. Tammy T. We're going to see you at the game show. Oh, hi, Jim K. Jim K's coming along. And I think we'll list some other people
Next time?
next time.
All right.
I think we have time to do that before our actual game show, which is
Next
January
Friday.
30th.
Yeah.
7 o'clock Pacific,
Yes.
10 p.m.
Eastern.
Eastern. And if you're Central, I don't even
You
know.
figure it out yourself.
You got to look it up because I can't do that math.
I think it's 9, but then I don't know. Mountain is 1 hour. I'm not sure. Something like that.
You know, they're not coming to this show for our math skills or our knowledge of the timetables.
Also, there's going to be the
We're
timetables.
shit for multiplication. We can't do it.
No.
Go. There's a podcast out there for you if that's what you want.
Yeah. Do you think when any of us were in school that math was our jam?
If you want to learn the eights, go over to the eights podcast.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to take you through all the eights.
Yeah. Real strong, real strong.
There will be a poll coming up to find out what exactly you guys want us to talk about during our bonus episodes.
Yeah, we're what we're doing, guys, for 2026. One of our goals is we want to just keep making you guys happy.
Yeah.
It's our our jam is making you great content. So yeah, I'm going to throw out a poll on the Patreon. I think anybody can go to the page. You don't have to pay money to go to the Patreon or even be on the Patreon, and you don't have to pay to fill out this poll. So if you're just a listener and you're like, wait a second, I want to fill out this poll.
Right.
I mean, you have to be a member to listen to
hear
the
it,
bonus,
right.
but you're going to give us some feedback on, hey, just what exactly you'd like to hear on our bonus episodes as we go into the new year. And we'll take it into a consideration. Doesn't mean your wish is going to come true.
No, but
We'll do our best.
do it as soon as possible, please.
Yeah. Well, I got to put it up there first.
Well, do it as soon as Chris puts it up.
Yeah, do it as soon as I do it.
I guess until next time,
Remain calm.
At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.